Okay, what's the difference between these two? If you're smart, you would have said, okay, the one on the left is angry because somebody gouged out its eye. And as I said before, this is a 20 amp receptacle, it is a 15 amp receptacle. So that's the main difference. The other difference though is this is for commercial use, this is for residential use, and it's got paint on it. But other than that, it's probably angry because of the paint too. Somebody pepper sprayed it or something. But having said that, if we flip them on the back, the residential ones got way more writing on them. Now, remember, as I said in the previous video, you can make a hook with your wire and wrap it around the screw. And we have screw terminals, 2 sets of screws for the hot and the neutral on both the commercial and the residential grade. But then now if we turn them to the back, as I also said before, you can put the wire in the hole instead. Now, and you don't have to wrap it around the screw terminal. So you're like, awesome, so what's the difference? Well, the difference is this one has 4 holes per side, and this one only has 2. So the circle hole doesn't do anything. It's actually the square hole. So when you want to put your wire in and shove it in, either you can put it in any one of these 4 holes. Whoops. Yep. So this is a neutral side. So I will put my neutral wire. I can connect it here, or here, or here, or here. Now the top 2 holes are tightened down by the top screw, and the bottom 2 are tightened down by the bottom screw, and the same on the hot side. The reason we have 4 holes is because we can break the tab here, and then this will be, so if we keep this tab intact, which is a common practice, 1 wire in each side will feed the entire receptacle, top and bottom. But if I tighten down the if I break this tab, then I can use 1 wire to feed the top and 1 wire to feed the bottom. But if I've got 2 receptacles in my box, then I can daisy chain. So I can go from the first hole here from the first hole here to the hole in, and I can put a second wire out to my second receptacle, and I can do the same with the hot. So I can get a black wire in, and I can black wire out to the next receptacle. I can daisy chain. So now with the residential grade, I can't do that, which means I gotta use a maret or a wire nut. So I can't, or actually I could daisy chain. The other thing is these holes are one-time use. So once you push the wire in, you can yank the wire out, but you can't put the wire back in ever again, which means you gotta be using a screw. Whereas these ones, you can do them as many times as you want. Now, the other thing is, here's the other thing. These don't work with 10 gauge wire. They only work with 12 or 14. So in a commercial setting, depending on the length of the circuit, you might want to use a 10 gauge wire to avoid a voltage drop. Whereas in residential, they use 12 and 14. So this is a 10 gauge wire. It won't fit in the hole here. It fits just nicely in here though. So if you have any questions, please post a comment. Thank you.